Welcome back to Dog Breath Video, home to poems, stories, and drawings from the imagination of a somewhat weird young child in the 70s. Unlike the light-hearted poems we have shown before, the ones you are about to experience are of a more introspective and dismal nature. Be warned, they are dismal in nearly every aspect. As always, Dog Breath Video thanks you for being here now and hopes you will subscribe for later. Enjoy. Although you probably won't. We highly recommend that you hit pause if you ever need to read and appreciate the poetry fully. But now, onwards. This is not the most dismal of the dismal poems we will show here. But it has its moments.
The night was as a night was, the moon was on the blink, the pubs had closed at 8:30, they'd all run out of drink. The fields were wet and woolly, the sheep appeared the same, the trees were tinkling softly, to the falling of the rain.
We are not sure, but this poem seems to span or bridge the author's drivel and dismal phases. It also shows that he would rather waste a whole side of paper to write the last line, rather than squeeze it onto the first. The significance of the beaver is also somewhat bemusing. Weird poem number 6 is what seems to pass as a dismally silly love song.
Although I know that you're not blind, I cannot help but think you'll find no hint here, in these lines of blue, written, I must add for you, of one small truth or even two, or even just a little clue, as to why I like you.
We are also at a complete loss as to why he likes her.
I was blinded by the sight. I was deafened by the sound. All of my senses were numbed. I was left a vegetable. A huge inanimate, capable only of thought. And so, I thought of life, I thought of its elements, I thought of its points both good and bad, but mostly I thought of the former, the elements distinguishing life from death. Distinguishing man from weed.
For better or worse, this poem will resurface in a later Dog Breath video.
Fred was alone, no one was there. Not one single person at all, of course, except for Fred, who was there all alone, and didn't really care.
Whether there are two separate poems on these pages is debatable. Much of one has been crossed out in the other. All the verses are weird and introverted and most probably should have all been crossed out before the ink was dry and discarded, rather than saved for a suffering posterity. The Dog Breath video team thanks you for watching. Please watch all of our other content. Some is good, some is great, and some is absolute rubbish. But, as we all know, absolute rubbish can be very entertaining. Once again, thank you. Please subscribe and come on back.